Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live analysis today. Today is the 13th of August. I hope you guys are having a lovely week so far. We have gone past the middle of the week and we're just 2 days away from the weekend. So let's just look at today's calendar before we begin. So just waiting for that to load. Seems to be taking a while. Let me try again. All right. So today's Thursday. So far we had GDP from the UK month on month and quarter and year on year. And we also had New Zealand inflation expectations, which seemed to have moved the market a bit, which we'll have a look in a bit. Then we also had manufacturing production, also some Spanish PR, CPI, followed by some Brazilian retail sales. We don't really trade the Brazilian real, but yeah, what we have coming is continued jobless claims. We also have initial jobless claims. We also have PPI. All three of those are coming in the next 14 minutes. Then later we have FOMC member Birkin speaking. Then lastly, we have the 30-year bond auction. Yesterday, we also had the 30-year bond, or not the 30-year bond auction, but the 10-year note auction. And gold kind of moved a little bit with that. So also the 30-year bond auction might actually move the market again today. Then tomorrow being Friday, we're gonna have Euro French CPI. So this whole week we have just been doing a lot of CPI related from the Eurozone. Then we're gonna have an employment change and GDP. Then we're also gonna have core retail sales from the US tomorrow, as well as consumer expectations as well. So that's what we can expect for tomorrow. So let us get right into the trading for today. So we started the live right now at $247.70, and our P&L equities at 1,959. Yeah, apparently you can see the move I was talking about, which happened on the New Zealand dollar, all thanks to that red flag news. Hello, Gaston. Yes, this is what I was telling you about yesterday, Gaston. Like I said, there are those who are going to probably profit to the upside, and those are going to profit through the downside as well. So Trader Gump got his profit yesterday, I'm sure. Then followed by you, who may also get your profit on gold. Though I do think gold will be pulling back. We'll look at that in the figures in a bit. But before we actually get into the trading and analyze everything, don't forget, guys, we still have a 40% promo on first time users using the promo code first OFP, then 30% off for regular users using the promo code OFP30. This literally ends in the next roughly 16 days from now. So make sure you grab yourself an account before then. So, one more thing, guys, disclaimer here, this is not financial advice. This is only for educational purposes. The trades I take here today are only for illustrative purposes and are not signals. Mind you, these are not signals once more. So these are just the trades I take, and the analysis that I do on this live trading is just to help you guys who may be struggling. So this is just for your insight in your own trading. So keep that in mind, guys. And yeah, apart from that, let's get right into it. In fact, let's actually start with gold. Let's jump right into gold. We see, I actually show you what I'm talking about. So right now, as you can see, we seem to be consolidated. So as you know, the market does not move in a straight line at all, unless there's some major news that, like Nvidia or something, that it just continues going up rapidly. but the market does not move in a straight line. That's one thing we know. So with gold, what I do really think is we could be coming down to probably 300 levels. I really do think we might be coming somewhere down here very soon, probably even before this month ends. So this resistance level, so we might actually be touching this Gaston. We might actually be touching this level right here, 4306. Then maybe from there we could be seeing ourselves coming up. But of course, if anything should happen within this week and next week, then we could be seeing ourselves coming down to 4,200 area, somewhere here. That's where I do think we could come down to if something happens between this week and next week. So I hope that answers your question, Gaston. So let us jump right into our favorites, starting with Aussie CAD. So Aussie CAD right now is still trickling down. We are just hoping for it to reach this new low. Then after that, we'll be targeting our optimal target just right down here around 97450. Then Aussie yen, we are actually in a buy right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we are in a buy. How did I open two positions on this? Oh, sorry. I almost got surprised here. Yes, we are in a buy right here. We're aiming for the very top there. So this is our current position on Aussie yen. So if it drops a bit further, we'll still buy again, probably even around this area, 11,500. Still been talking about it, but we're looking to make a new high on Aussie yen. Then Euro yen still consolidating. It looks almost like nothing is happening, and this is the 4 hour, mind you. So if we go back to the 1 hour, it's also still tight. We have always been moving since like the 10th of August. This is the beginning of Monday. We just been moving sideways. Then we dipped. That was yesterday. Then we came back up and then we consolidated again, which is crazy. Then if we even move it even further down to the 15-minute chart, this is how we're seeing it. It overall just looks like a whole huge consolidation, then followed by a drop. Then you know what's going to happen after this drop. It's already showing significant weakness, so the yen might actually be strengthening right here on euro yen. So we're just waiting for that move. Then we have also pound CAD. Pound CAD, we're still waiting for it to also come to the downside. We're in profit on these two trades, but our ultimate target is at 187,150. Then pound Swissy, we have not really had any opportunity to go to the upside, though. Yeah, this could have been a great opportunity, a dip and then going to the upside, but we're waiting for something similar to this, maybe a pullback, something like this. Yeah, so V-shaped pullback. So that's what we're anticipating on pound Swiss, but we are currently not looking to enter right now. Then New Zealand dollar, I have entered into another trade on New Zealand dollar. We seem to be already forming a bullish candle right there, and we're still aiming for the very top. We missed it right there, so we're just waiting for that, and then we continue all the way up, looking to make a new high at 0.59. Then USD CAD, we're actually buying this to the upside. Yesterday, we added another position right here on USD CAD. We were very close to take profit. We only touched the neckline right here. So this is what we are probably going to finish up today. If not today, then tomorrow, because tomorrow we do have some Canadian news. So probably that will move the market. And we have 5 minutes until the PPI initial jobless claim. So we're going to see how that's going to affect the US dollar today. Then USD Swissy is slowly and steadily moving to the upside. So probably today, if we do get some good news from the US, we might actually see this push all the way up as well. Then Euro New Zealand, we already covered in Euro New Zealand. We are already up nicely in profit right there. We are still a shy off to the very all-time high there of our July. No, not really. The high for the past 2 weeks. Yes, the all-time high for the past 2 weeks. Yeah, then Euro Aussie, we were getting close. We were getting close. But as you know, there's always going to be a fight between the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar. So this is just literally an effect of the New Zealand news from yesterday, or rather early this morning, if you are in the CET area. But if you are in like the US and so on, we were talking about yesterday. But overall, same thing. But if we do have some weakness on the euro, especially with all this CPR that's coming about, then possibly this move may continue to the downside and we actually get taken out in profit. So that is my forecast for what I could be seeing for this week, or rather day, yeah, also the week. So that is what I'm seeing. Then let's look at our other pairs like US 30 before we branch off into waiting for PPI and initial jobless claims. So right now on US 30, we still have our downward move here. This may also be a pullback. Then maybe when the news comes out, we might actually push to the downside and maybe come to the support area. Then let's look at pound dollar. So pound dollar seems now to be rejecting off the tops. And yeah, we seem to be probably wanting to cover this big candle move that we made during NFP. So we might actually be targeting the support level around 350. Then we look at euro dollar as well. So euro dollar pushed down yesterday. So and then it's kind of pushed back up today. So will we be making new lows as well today? Maybe we shall see. But overall, we're looking to come down at this support level and then finally here around 13518. Then let's look at NAS 100 if it's in the same group as US 30. Well, not at all. US 30 kind of did the total opposite, made a new high over the previous high here, and we're currently consolidating. So maybe the news might push it up or slightly down for a pullback, then probably going all the way up to make those new highs for the past 2 weeks. Right. I hope that has covered everything. Yes, Gaston, US 30 doesn't want to move, but of course it is moving, but it's also kind of consolidating. So it's moving and consolidating to the downside, almost similar to what NAS 100 is doing, but there is more movement to the downside than there is to the upside for US 30. So US 30 seems like it may be going to the downside even more. So that's the thing. So we are now just waiting for US jobless claims and PPI. So I'm going to switch this chart over to the 1 minute. Wait, this is Euro New Zealand. I need to go to Euro dollar. So we're going to switch it to the 1 minute, see how the market is going to react here. Our PNL is currently at 241. We started this live at 247. So let us see how the market's going to react in the next few seconds. Already we're seeing some upward movement on euro dollar. We're seeing some upward movements, probably giving a signal that it may go up. But then the candle is still bearish. We're waiting for the next candle to print. And then we'll obviously make our decision off there. Okay, so it jumped with the green candle. It seems to be very strong right now. Yeah, it seems to be very strong. Our P&L has just dropped from 247 to 215. So it seems probably the initial jobless claims have come out bad. So let's have a look at that. I'm just having a look on my side. So the core PPI is still loading apparently. They haven't really released it yet. So I think that's the core PPI just coming in. That's making it come to the downside. But of course, the GDP, oh no, that was earlier, my bad. So let us see. Still the core PPI hasn't come out. Like, I haven't seen any news whatsoever. But initial jobless claims from the US is actually worse than expected. Yeah, it's worse than expected. So I don't think that should even be a surprise since we had bad NFP numbers. So yeah. So we're just waiting on the core PPI. So core PPI has come out worse than expected. And the PPI has come out also worse than expected. So that is why we had this initial strong upward move. But overall, we seem to be doing still well. Like, probably this is just the opposite reaction. Like, we had good CPI numbers. So the price index hasn't really kicked in for consumers. Yeah, so right now we're now floating at a $253 profit. So we shall see. We shall see how this goes overall for the day. I do think pound dollar is also probably pushing down. So it might actually be down here around 1.51 100. We might actually be pushing for that level today. Same with pound dollar. So everything just seems to be in recovery mode for the US dollar. So that's what I'm currently anticipating. So once more, guys, before I end this live today, don't forget we have 40% off if you're a first time user. And you can use the promo code first OFP where you get 40% off. Then if you've been a regular user with us like Gaston right here, yeah, you can get 30% off using the promo code OFP30. So make sure you grab yourself an account before then. And overall, it seems our PNL is still fluctuating between 240 and 250. Maybe might make a new high and touch 260. Who knows? So that's what we're currently on. So thank you guys for joining me today. Tomorrow we do have some Canadian news, as I already mentioned. Yeah, we do have some Canadian news tomorrow, so probably that will push the market tomorrow, and that's the only news I do think is going to be pushing tomorrow, like economically. Yeah, so I do think the Canadian news is the only one that's going to be pushing. Unfortunately, it seems to not be loading the calendar, but okay, there we go. The calendar is loaded. So this is the only thing we're going to be waiting for tomorrow. Oh, this is today, tomorrow. So yeah, this is the only thing we're gonna be waiting for tomorrow, which is the wholesale sales month on month. We're gonna see how that's gonna be for the Canadian dollar. You're most welcome, Gaston. See you all tomorrow. Don't forget, same time, same place, 8:15 a.m. CET or EST and 14:15 CET. So apart from that, make sure you use a stop loss on your trades and happy trading.